This year, probably one of the big investments we've made in the garden is putting our 4 raised beds in. I don't think we anticipated the work ahead of us when we put them in. Ideally, we need to fill them with something. So when I did my research, I wanted to fill them with something very full of nutrients, but build it up a very eco way. So the advice that I was given was to build it up with some straw and some wood at the bottom, and then generally just build it up with topsoil, and then on the top put green goodness, just to give it the nutrients that we needed for my vegetables. And I've put it in my flowers as well, my dahlias. So I will top it up again come the autumn time for my winter veg, but at the moment I'm delighted with the results. So in this one we've had carrots and beetroot, but the beetroot has all gone and the carrots are here still. So I'll just let you see an example of how well our growth has been with the carrots. We've got some various selection here of different colours of carrots and different sizes, different varieties, and yeah, it's really nice to come out and pick your own produce and just be able to cook it. So you're kind of gone from growing it in here to cooking it at the kitchen table, which is pretty good. So with this raised bed, I had some chard, which is, you can see some of it's still coming and some of it's went back, which is really good. And we've planted some courgettes now. This tells a big story because the size of this is pretty incredible, considering that, you know, it's my first time growing most of this. So we have some of them there, and behind here we have another variety. And I mean, just look at the colour, it's just pretty incredible, and the growth. I'm really happy with the fact that I've just sown some seeds and the compost has been so good that the growth has been pretty amazing. So with this raised bed, I've planted sweet corn. I've never planted sweet corn before, but I thought I'm going to give it a go. Since I've got these raised beds, I'm going to tackle some things that I've never grown before. So with the sweet corn, this is actually ready at the moment, and I'm actually really pleased with the results. As you can see, very good growth in that. I'm really pleased with the results of the vegetables being grown and the compost that we've been using. Come the autumn time, I've been thinking about what I'm going to plant for my winter vegetables. So I'm thinking about beetroot again, and my carrots I could probably grow, and most of some of my cauliflowers and things like that I'm going to be looking forward to growing this year, and thinking about what I'm going to use from here to the kitchen. So one of the other things that we've added in our garden this year is a dahlia border. I have to say I'm really happy with the results of putting them into the compost that I've been using, and that been having the nutrients in it to help them grow. I feel that I've had a good picking of them this year, and I've had a really good show. It's always nice to come out and take some dahlias into the house and have them in various parts of the house, and also they're really pretty to look at and they make your garden look so appealing, and they're very good for like the flies and the bumblebees and the wasps. They all love to come down, and butterflies, so it's often I'm taking photographs in them when I see a bumblebee in them or a wasp in them. I seem to think that that's quite a nice thing to do. So one of the other things that we planted this year is we've put in pond in. We've managed to put some green round about it as well, which we've added some of our compost round there as well, but we've tried to add it into the garden to have a natural environment for birds and insects, and we're finding it at the moment we have like a family of woodpeckers that come in, and I think that it's just the perfect spot for them to come down and bathe and have a drink. So most of all we're happy with the effects of in the environment and what it helps with wildlife. So in this area here, it's not a very big area, but we've planted some fruit trees in here. So we've got some plum trees and pear trees, but underneath that I've planted a wild meadow. I've done a lot of research into, you know, how that happens and how the meadow can grow. So given time, it might take a few years, but at the moment I decided to try and leave this as much as I can and not disturb it and try and let it grow. But the fruit trees seem to be happy here, and so we'll see what happens with that.